Hello, and welcome to this online foster parent training webinar brought to you by the Foster Care Institute. Birth children and adoptive and foster children living together in the same family. I'm your host, Dr. John Dee Carmel, the director of the Foster Care Institute, an author, a speaker, a consultant, and most importantly, an adoptive and foster parent myself of 15 years. Our objectives during this webinar are to increase the awareness of trauma and grief and how it impacts lives of children in foster care, as well as your own biological children, and how to gain understanding of how to develop and implement strategies designed to aid all children with their feelings. Now, make no mistake, as a foster parent myself of over 50 children, I know that when a new child is placed into a foster home, it is a time of anticipation. It is a time of excitement. It is a time of curiosity. After all, this is what you trained for. This is what you signed up for. This is what you had hoped for. And now the time has come. A new child is being placed in your home. At the same time, it is also a time of anxiety. It may be a time of worry. It could be a time of great concern. Your own children, your own biological children, may have feelings of anxiety. Now, when a new child comes to your home from the foster care system or adopted, there will be challenges to your family. After all, your family dynamics are going to change. There's going to be an adjustment time to new family positions. The oldest child in the house may no longer be the oldest. The only child will no longer be the only child. The youngest child may no longer be that youngest or baby of the family. You may find that behavioral problems may occur with your own biological children. It is a time of rivalry. You know, I have had over 50 kids come through my home. I've had as many as 11 children living in my house at the same time. You heard that correct. Up to 11 have lived in my house at the same time. And I have found, probably like you, that sometimes children don't like to share. Now, do they? Yet, when you have children coming into your home from the foster care system who may not have any boundaries whatsoever, it is now a time to share, oh goodness, everything. Toys, books, TV, games, most importantly, the parents. You see, your biological children are now going to have to share you with the new children arriving into your home. This is a time of jealousy. You see, your biological children may have fears that their new brother or their new sister is going to get all of the attention. And let's be honest, when that new child from foster care arrives in your home, or that new child adopted arrives in your home, they are going to get a lot of your attention. That is normal. They have to learn how to attach, how to trust. They have to learn the family dynamics, family rules. There may be a time when they are just resisting or it is a time of great anxiety, and you are giving a lot of your attention on the foster child. And that is normal. I have done it time and time myself in my own home. Your own children, though, your own biological children may feel left out. They may feel that you no longer care for them. They may feel that they are now a second stringer. That is a difficult time for them, and for you, and for the whole family. This may be a time to test. Your birth children may test you and your household rules. You see, the new children are coming into your home. They may have a different set of household rules. they may have a different set of expectations. Your birth children are wanting to see if there is consistency in your house rules. Can they get away with things now during this time of upheaval? You know, ideally, your children are going to be good friends with their new foster siblings. But that is not always the case. That is not always the case. I have had some children come into my home who my own biological children has quite said to me, Dad, I just don't like that boy. And that's understandable. That's understandable. But we have to learn how to deal with those problems. Now, when children from foster care come into your home, they're going to bring some challenges. The transition from their home to your home is often one filled with trauma. Quite simply, the children from foster care don't want to be in your home. They don't want to be in your home. You can provide them all the stability, the security, the great nutrition, the love, the safety, the escape from the abuse and the neglect. But at the end of the day, it's not their norm. It's not their family. You're not their mommy and daddy, and your children are not their brothers and sisters. These children who are being removed from their home suddenly, without warning, losing everything, and their everyday routine and lifestyle is completely disrupted and placed into your home, it's going to be challenging for your household. It is a time of great confusion. Children in foster care simply do not understand why they've been placed into another home, into your home. Confusion abounds. Some of the children from foster care may not see it as they may see it as an illogical or rational move. They may blame themselves. They may feel no one loves them. They may feel abandoned. Children in foster care often have feelings of identity. They wonder why someone, their mommy or their daddy, gave them up. They wonder about their other family members somewhere out there. They may have feelings of guilt or betrayal. They may feel they betrayed their own biological parents. Perhaps their mother or father is in jail. They may blame themselves for that. Tremendous feelings of loss. Now, as a foster parent, you may experience some challenges as well. If you have adopted a child from foster care, please note this. Post-adoption depression is normal. You may experience that. You may experience a loss of interest or enjoyment in activities you used to enjoy. You may have difficulty in concentrating or making decisions. You may have fatigue or loss of energy. You may have difficulty sleeping or increased need for sleep from post-adoption depression if you have adopted a child from the foster care system. Other symptoms may include significant weight change, excessive guilt, feelings of powerlessness, feelings of worthlessness, sense of hopelessness, irritability, suicidal thoughts, or ideation. I would encourage you to look up post-adoption depression and do your research on this. This is a very, very real concern. Now, there may be other challenges as a foster parent that you may face. Sometimes it may be a difficult foster care placement. Maybe the child from foster care simply does not fit into your home like you'd hoped or wanted it to. When you care for children in foster care, it can be a difficult time for your marriage. It can be a difficult time for finances, because I am here to tell you that we are not in it for the money now, are we? No, we are not. It can be a difficult time for your health. It can be a difficult time emotionally. You may experience burnout. You just may be so exhausted. And when the child is removed from your home and moves back home or moves someplace else, it can be a time of grief for you. On top of that, on top of all those things, you have, of course, other life issues. Your own children in school, your own work, your own daily schedule, etc., etc., etc. Absolutely, being a foster parent is a challenging thing for yourself, for your spouse, and for your children. Now, how do you bring that new family together? How do you bring all the children together into a happy family? Well, to begin with, you need to be prepared. You need to be prepared for the emotional stresses and anxieties with all the children in your home. You need to research to learn how to meet those feelings. You need to listen to the concerns of your own children because they have concerns. You need to be patient because this is going to take some time. It's going to take some time for the children from foster care to learn how to adapt to your own home and to adjust and to assimilate into your own family. It's going to take time for your own biological children to adjust to their new sibling as well. You need to sit down with your own children and you need to reassure them that they come first, that you still love them no matter what, that you will always be their parent because they have those concerns. You need to give attention to your own spouse, your own family members, your own children. Give attention to them, whether it is whether it is a weekly date night with your own spouse, or maybe a monthly monthly date, if you will, with your own children. Keep that in mind. Spend time with your own children while you're caring for children in foster care. Have a discussion with them. Remind them that there are going to be changes in the family dynamics and talk to them about those changes. Talk to them about how they feel about that. Talk to them about their concerns and the worries that they have before a child is placed into your own home. You know, part of the excitement of having a new child arrive into your home is the excitement of getting ready, getting the house ready. This is a great opportunity for you to take your own biological children out shopping and buying gifts for that new family member that's going to arrive in their home. You know, that new child in your home is going to need a toothbrush and a comb and new sets of clothing, maybe a stuffed animal, maybe school supplies. Hey, this is the time to have some one-on-one time with your own biological children. Take them shopping with you and ask them to help you pick out new gifts and new items for their new sibling. Encourage your birth children to help you arrange the new bedroom. You know, to put the pillows in just the right place, maybe to put the stuffed animals in the bed, and maybe straighten up their room, sweep the floor. Maybe make a welcome home sign for that new sibling of theirs. Give your birth children time alone with yourself. This is essential. You must have time alone with your birth children as you are caring for children in foster care. Yes, you want to read a book to that new child in foster care. I know, because they probably are so far behind academically. At the same time, don't forget to read to your own children as well. To play with them, go for a walk, take them on a movie, go out for ice cream, have some special time. This is the date I was talking about earlier. This is essential between you and your children, your own children, while you are caring for children in need. Your own children need privacy. It is okay for your biological children to keep some of their toys, their belongings, their video games, their clothing, their movies, their books, whatever it may be. It's okay for them to keep some of those things private and separate. Maybe they just have a very, very special stuffed animal. Maybe they just very, very much value their own skateboard or bike. Whatever it may be, it's okay for them to keep that private and separate from the other children. Your own biological children should have privacy in their bedrooms as well. When a child from foster care arrives in your home, gently let them know that your children, their new siblings' bedroom, is a private space, just like their own bedroom is a private space. Everybody's bedroom is a private space, including your biological children. Now, it is a good thing to encourage your children and the children from foster care to interact, to play together very, very quickly. Now, one of the things that I like to do when a child is placed into my home is my wife and I like to take our own children and the children from foster care on a tour of our home. And then while my wife and I are signing the paperwork with the caseworkers, my own biological children may go out and play in the swing set, go pet the animals, they may go on a tour of the yard, they may sit down and have milk and cookies together or watch a short movie. This is great. They're getting to know each other right away. But during the course of while you're caring for children from foster care in your home, continue to encourage your children and the children from foster care to interact, to play together. Sit down and have family movie time. Go outside and all of you play catch or basketball. Play games. At my house right now, if you look at one of the tables in our lounge room, we have a 1,000-piece puzzle set where all the children, biological, foster, adoptive, plus my wife and I, are constantly working at. Take them swimming. The list goes on and on and on. Find ways for your children and the children from foster care to play together. Create new family traditions. I'm sure if you're like my family, you have lots of wonderful, deep, cherished, prized family traditions. Birthdays, holidays, Christmas, pancakes Saturday mornings, making ice cream, whatever it may be. You have some wonderful family traditions. Most likely those children from foster care do not have any family traditions. This is the time to start new family traditions. Gather your own children and the children from foster care together and start a brand new life book together for your new child in your home. Now, if you're not familiar with what a life book is, I just encourage you to Google Life Book for Foster Care and you'll find out what it is. They're wonderful. Recognize the cultural differences between your own children and yourself, your own family members, and the new children in your home. Recognize them and celebrate them. Celebrate Gotcha Day. If you've adopted a child from the foster care system, every year that Adoption Day may be known as a Gotcha Day. Celebrate that together. But keep this in mind. Remember this. Birthdays for children in foster care can be times of tremendous sadness for the children in foster care. It is a reminder that they are not with their birth family. So, when you have a birthday for your foster child, remind your own biological children that this may be a time of sadness. You might want to remember the birth family members of the foster child and invite them over. Have family time, game night. Again, create family traditions with your own foster child. Of course, communication is key, right? We all know that. You need to model open and honest communication and listening with your own children at all times. And foster those, now, pardon me for the pun there, but foster those skills in the children as well. Encourage them to communicate with you and to listen to you and to listen to their own siblings. And have family meetings. When you have a family meeting, that includes your children from foster care in that. Well, include everyone in the conversation as well. Encourage all members of your family, and your family includes the children from foster care as well, because they are your family members. Encourage them to speak out in family conversations as well. Each child in your house needs some alone time with you. I'll read that again because this is important. Each child in your house needs some alone time with you. Each child in your house needs some affection and love from you. Your biological children need your affection. They need you to remind them that you love them. And I hope that you're doing that every single day. I hope you are finding ways, reminding your own biological children that you love them. A gentle hug, a squeeze in the arm, a kiss in the cheek. They need that from you. We need to remember that every single child is different, and they're going to bring differences into your home. When children from foster care arrive in your home, there are bound to be cultural differences, whether it's attitudes or differences in food or faith and religion or customs or languages or beliefs, whatever it may be, there are going to be cultural differences. You need to learn how to be a culturally competent family. Create an understanding and awareness of other cultures, beliefs, and traditions in your own home. Help your children to develop strategies designed to combat racism that your family might encounter. After all, as a foster and adoptive family, not every child in your home may look the same. There may be some color differences, right? Absolutely right. And you may experience racist experiences outside of your home. Help your children to develop strategies and ways to combat that. Help your own children to understand your own beliefs and attitudes. Before you become culturally competent, and you need to teach your own children about beliefs and attitudes and understand their own. Learn about other cultures and different ways of life and talk to your children about differences and similarities. All one has to do is turn on the television and we can see that we are a nation divided by our differences. You need to teach your children how to embrace and understand those differences. Some cultural differences may include race or gender, history, politics, religion, appearances, norms, sexual orientation. These are challenging times. You need to help your children to understand these differences because there are going to be children in your home that are different than yourself and your biological children. Help your own children to understand differences in values as well. Know this. As a foster parent, sometimes you cannot do it all by yourself. Your own children may need some therapy or some counseling sessions. Perhaps you've had a child in your home for several months or a year from the foster care system and became a treasured member of your family, a loved member of your family, and they moved on. Your own children are going to experience feelings of grief and loss. They may need therapy. They may need counseling because, in all honesty, they have lost a member of their family. They have lost a loved brother or sister. And those feelings of grief and loss are very real to them. You may not be able to help them. You may have to get them some therapy, some counseling, some family counseling sessions as well. Now keep this in mind. When a child in foster care arrives in your home, this may take some time for the family members in your home to all adjust. It may take some time for your own biological children to warm up to their new sibling. It may take some time for that new child from foster care to warm up to your own children. It may take some time before laughter starts running wild in your home and before the playing gets out of control. But when that happens, when the laughter does run wild and the children are playing and running up and down the stairs and having a great time, that is where healing begins for children in foster care. And your own children are an important factor in that. But they need you as well. Your children need you and your spouse. They need their mommy and their daddy. Never forget that. For more information about this, you can find information on my website on the article page. Just Google the Foster Care Institute, or there's my website address there as well. Of course, you can find lots of wonderful, great foster care information, resources, website, articles, videos, news, whatever it may be on my Facebook page. And there's my email address as well. Please email me if you have any questions or concerns about this webinar or any other things foster care related. I am here to serve you. This is a great book for understanding the challenges that your own biological children may face and how to help them. Faith and Foster Care, How We Impact God's Kingdom. And of course, I have several other books as well. My friend, I want to thank you. Thank you for what you're doing. Thank you for caring for children in foster care. It is a challenging job. I understand. Again, the hardest thing I have done. But know this, you are making a difference. And for that, I thank you. I'm Dr. John Dee Carmel with the Foster Care Institute. Thank you for taking this online foster care training webinar.